Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we...
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decoration.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
What are you staring at?
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
I need a more physically...
huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves... Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in...
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Sigil of permission, something, Fatui, research, copy. Aw, that doesn't sound... but research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which... Oh. Well, Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Lady Ningguang looks stunning today.
Insight.
Windblade!
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And, they look really mad at us, too.
Eyes on me! Take cover!
Let's not waste time. With the wind!
Get out of here! Out of the way!
time! Let's end this quickly! I guess this is it.
Here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone... Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Childe, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon!
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Kut?
He said the time of the Adepti...
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the truth, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here, Liyue?
Off we go! Nowhere to hide. Adventure time! Why do they never miss? Adventure... Going in! Adventure time! Off we go! Why do they never miss?
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately,
That's so late.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you...
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
so what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked...
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Childe's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?
Bet.
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
Wow! It looked impressive enough. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location. Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the more immense, hiding away the exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the...
When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me. Fighting talk, I love... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. So quick to flee. Try this. So quick to flee. Passable effort. A fine opportunity. Celestial Voyager! Cowering already? A clear shot. You've made some progress. Celestial Voyager! Passable effort. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger!
Out of the way!
Break! All you do is run!
Couldn't break the curse.
You've got some skills. Crush you!
Back off! Power of the Genshin High
No use hiding back there! Raging tide!
Get out of here! Take cover! Benny's adventure team, I have failed you.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
By royal decree. I summon thee.
One shall descend once again. This realm is no home for a princess.
Die here.
Windblade! Windblade! Mein Fräulein.
Men for that.
Die here.
Disappear!
Dull.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
I'll take care of it.
Wow! It looked impressive enough for... This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted. Oh, so it's a trap. But even if we can... Or better yet, take a nap... Oh, right! It's quiet. Huh? Look! What? Uh-oh. Quick! We have...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where? If it weren't for that Stop.
So you've been planning to...
As one of the... She will get that which she... I'm not the time for discussion. Either way, the battle.
Battle?
Instead of confronting you when she faces a... But as for me...
We won't let what happened to...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along. To feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try... Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. How unbecoming. Cowering already? Run all you like! A clear shot! A fine opportunity!
La la la! Ha! Let's dance!
How unbecoming.
Back at ya!
You're wide open. Cowering already? Careful now. Try this. Celestial Voyager! Run all you like. How unbecoming. shot. So quick to flee. You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. No use hiding back there. Gotcha. Break! Something else catch your eye? Eat this! All you do is run. No use hiding back there.
Let's dance!
Break! I'll crush you!
You haven't won
All
yet.
you do is run.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No use hiding back there. Gotcha. You've got some skills. You've got some skills. I'll crush you. Break. This. Gotcha. No use hiding back there.
Not bad.
All you do is run. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing it to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Insubordination!
To ashes!
Die here. Mein Fräulein.
Satisfaction. Hey, dude. I'm streaming right now.
Alright, goodbye.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't need to leave. You don't need to leave.
I'm kidding. I'm just finishing up building in Minecraft. There's been another building before. The storage room or the new house, whichever one I wanted to be.
The one thing I need right now, I can't craft.
In Minecraft?
No, I'm getting Impact.
Table. Stairs.
Oh, by the way, you're included in my audio, dude.
Huh?
You're included in the in my chat in my broadcast audio.
That's fine. Oh, do you see me on Twitch or YouTube?
YouTube.
I don't know what
I'm doing the most important quest right now, dude. Like, I'm trying to fight a boss right now, and you know, I'm dying. Yeah.
Garbo.
No, dude. If you fought this boss, you would say the same thing. In my mind right now, I'm saying I need food. Like, seriously. You're gonna. I need food to beat this boss. And guess what? I don't have any.
I'm gonna deliver you some steaks.
I have a bit of stuff, but the stuff I need is nowhere to be found. So, yeah.
Cobblestone.
Yeah, I might stream Minecraft with you after this.
Alright. Honestly,
like
we probably should go mining and maybe in the house.
What? Oh my god. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna die so hard. And then you have to go through a cutscene, text, everything. Because you don't get any checkpoints. That just makes it harder, man. You have it has 3 stages. First stage pretty easy. Second stage really easy. Third stage, how do I put this? Hardest thing in the entire universe.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any more cobble, really?
What could I possibly use right now?
I'll bring my seasonings.
What is happening?
Hold on, bro. We'll just stack a couple bed and do it. Wires on me. Well, probably in the ravine. I'm thinking iron doors.
Wow! This is the golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but
let's just do something.
So full of Mora.
I'm gonna have to close my door because, like...
There we go. There.
Yeah.
Damn, it's dark in here. Someone unplugged their microphone. 7 torches.
This is where all of Tibat's Mora is minted, right? And so it's a but even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on.
Like,
right. Back to business.
Survive at this point. Like, there's no good luck here. This was a survive.
It's quiet. 2. Look, what happened here?
They did.
What do you need?
Paimon smells trouble. Quick,
wait, how do you make stone buttons? You need stone or can you use cobblestone?
I think you can use cobblestone or stone first.
Not stone.
Alright, look, don't trust me on this.
Let
wanna
the show
build a couple.
begin!
First of all, first. Let's just heal up. Oh, John Lee's dead. That is Flip.
Okay, there. Smoke some cobble. One piece of cobble. We're good on iron again. Unless we keep dying, then we're not gonna be good on iron. But right now we're good on iron.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides. So why do you still linger here?
We have like 2 stacks and a half.
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but... If it weren't for that...
So you've been planning
to take the Gnosis for...
As one, she
Why
will
do you
get
need
that
one?
which she did. I'm not the time for discussion either way.
Oh.
The battle.
Not for our house.
You...
Okay.
Instead of confronting you when she faces a... But as for me...
We won't let what happened...
Oh, besides, you could never... Fighting talk, I love...
I need 4 buttons for the other side.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Are you gonna go and focus on all dude? Stop. Bear with me. If you talk to me, I'm not going to answer back to you.
Send.
So quick to flee. Run all you like.
Like this realm is no home for a princess.
What?
Let the show begin!
Bro,
Try this.
Out the frying pan, into
Can
the
you
fire!
focus back, please?
What?
So quick to flee.
Never mind then.
Passable effort. Clear shot. You're wide open. Cowering already?
Not bad. Let's dance!
Try this. Run all you like. How unbecoming.
I feel a little weak.
Carver's dead. Which is a bad thing, of
Gooba, get them!
This does him. This stuns him. Yes.
Clear shot.
Perfect.
You've made some progress.
I feel a little weak.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Your turn. All you do is run.
Get them!
Crush you!
No! Did I ruin everything?
Sweet, dude. Death is sweet.
Back off! You've got some skills.
72 chests. God damn.
Come on.
No use hiding back there. All you do is run.
Bro!
Raging tide!
Leave me alone!
Hey,
Gotcha.
safe to say that we have enough chests to last us another 3 days.
No.
We have 2 million chests.
Oh, protect us!
I'm literally shivering in my boots right now. If I had boots. I don't. Hey, Asian Duck O-N-Q O-N on Asian Duck on flag. Help. Please. Ooh.
Something else catch your eye?
Stunned.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Ooh, just in the nick of time.
You've got
dude.
some skills.
Just in the nick of time. Oh god, Jesus. Whoa.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship
Oh,
is quite
they're
impressive.
actually like
I don't
caught
have
me guard.
But that's about as far as you'll get.
We have, I think, 64.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
Huge storage room. 64 and a half.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't
In
you?
these non-touching things, when they give you something, they just doing this. Here's nothing, by the way. But in this, what's on with that? Are you too lazy to call in the item in your hand? Too lazy to do that, or like? Just saying, man. Just saying. This is actually almost a 2-hour stream.
Not bad.
Just saying. Hey, if you can hear this, does this music sound like this? This one is literally a Dark Souls song. Like, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And it's third. Yo, what? Yo, whoever watches the stream, you saw that, right? Yeah, this game is buggy. This game is getting so buggy right now.
Let's dance!
I'm inside. Fire creeper.
Hey, let's stay still, dude. Hey, let's talk about this. Okay.
23.
Why have you been using this?
What the fuck? Trick shot him.
We can take a few hits of fatal now.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
We're not attacking him, we're healing our characters up. That's more important, right? What? Kidding me. You are kidding.
Got her!
Die here.
I'm doing this with Beto when I'm a powerful character, dude. I really do. Attack I will block. Right. They do 630. Oh, bro, it took too long. Right now, I'm going to do damage with Barbara. If you can even call this damage. If it hits me, I don't want it to be. Okay, just move away from me. He's not gonna go anywhere, so we're good here.
Let the show begin!
If I was at full HP right now, I'd actually be pretty confident, which is 10k, but I'm not, so.
Let the show begin!
Where did I keep on healing? Fight occasion. Run to the right. I can see your screenshot of this dude right now. I could send you a screenshot of this freaking of this boss, dude. I could. You want me to? Ha!
Die.
Ores, weapons, blocks. And we should go check.
No. Die, Robert. No, die Fisher.
Mein Fräulein.
Bye, Fisher. Have a nice life. In the afterlife.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't matter if you take damage. I don't care if you take damage.
I'll protect us.
Yeah, bubble is definitely the right way to go. I'm gonna go all in. It's time to go all in. He's at half HP, let's go.
Die here.
Out of the frying pan.
Oh my god, Jesus. Dude, chill. Let's go. Dude is getting beat right now. Still whooping my butt.
Die here.
Good.
Nice and spicy.
Oh my god. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Finally. Oh my god. Finally. That took 75 years. I did it. I've done the impossible. Thanks, Agent Duck.
Look, Childe's back to...
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yeah,
yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by
what
Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
And this is where death and destruction begin.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh?
What now, Devil?
He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Just in one place. Whatever, who cares?
Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Hi, Joe.
Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pin in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the Guardians of Lilith! Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
Good at that.
Where is she now? What?
She's being creative, really.
This ain't creative, man. This is cheap. It's cheap, man. Why's the between here? Why are they in creative?
They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Man, I'm gonna have to go bot mode on them. I'm have to defeat them. Is she Naruto? Just think, man, was she Naruto? I'm confused here, huh?
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista.
Do
not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
2K damage absolutely destroyed, dude.
Just freaking 5 G's found right there.
Detoxifying!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Yeah, I don't think there's any possibility. No,
protect us!
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
I will end it.
Power that ended hostile!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
God, no.
The ancient god's attacking again!
Oh, no. You are not going to disconnect on me, mister.
There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is dental energy.
Holy frick, dude!
That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Yeah, it's not a pink
Oh my god!
This granny's really strong.
Oh my god! Absolutely thousands of each.
Ready, steady, go!
Flash for chill to the bone.
Yeah, dude.
Is that all you got? I miscalculated.
Oh, leave me alone. Stop it. Stop.
My duty.
With the blood of the Chilian, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what bunnies like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
I'm fast, boys. I can run forever.
Bro, there's so much iron in this cave. Everywhere I look, there's iron.
Bro, I'm running so fast. I'm running so fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast and fast. Well, I'm literally going at supersonic speed right now, dude.
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Well, I'm absolutely going to go.
Over here.
Yes. This is it.
Let me amuse myself a little.
I just drill a hole right through your entire freaking life force.
Oh, this is the big cave.
Freaking destroyed over here, bro. Well, oh my god, I am doing 500 million damage over here.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Oh my god, I didn't even get a chance to swing my sword, dude. That's all God I I'll be dead if it was anyone here. Literally anyone here, I would be dead.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Shouldn't get careless.
Look at me. Just
look at it.
Killjoy!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Oh, thank God. Flex nickel.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
So,
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend.
Warren.
Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
I'm going Super Saiyan, man. I did. I got it. So wait, which one? That one or the other one? You know, child. Hardest boss in the game, arguably. Okay. 2 hours, 11 minutes. Cool. I have been shooting for 2 hours and 5 years. Yep. Total.
Is it finally over?
It's happening.
Oh. God damn.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations.
Alright, people. If this podcast goes off,
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years.
Another 2 stacks and a half.
According to our records, the
4 stacks
Adepti
of
signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day,
Mushrooms.
Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you
see
say?
your face
One
and
doubts
my
you would
fist?
be fit to be
Is
part of
that
such a
a little
lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him
Not the other one.
how the
had
past
0
generations
chest.
of Qixing had
Saddle,
strove under his
impeding
rule to
quick
survive
charge.
in our mortal world, establishing a
Insert,
network of
insert,
contracts
insert.
which has since come to be known as trade. But
Gonna
I
tap-
dared not speak.
We
I
can
could
have
only
another
gaze at him in
horse.
silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Ah, he broke my helmet, man.
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon.
Gunpowder.
The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. When danger is near, thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is a Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
This is a 2-hour and 19-minute film,
Since
man.
we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Childe wanted to unleash the god, so he could lure, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
This is like the last request in the entire game. So. Into that. Times 25.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshan Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli!
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Or at this point, I'm on he's behind cat and mouse right now. Do you know how powerful this man is, even without his nemesis? Alright,
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Oh, it's...
Look, I don't want to see...
It's Zhongli!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
Oh wow, he's actually finally holding something.
How sanctimonious.
What? So, no, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but what?
I do not give it for free.
Give it to me.
Yeah, you don't think you... Wait.
Perhaps it's best, as you know. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I...
Oh, Zhongli...
But as I began to... Was Liyue? So I feigned my own death. Indeed I was. That's right.
So you mean...
Of course.
Look,
just as
I
a
know
child,
this is an exciting
I was
twist and all, but
the
like, I'm not
Adepti
gonna be
deserved the
listening to like
and hats off to the
5,000
emissary.
words,
All the
like,
while, I carried
sorry,
these
but-
things were all I had expected. They
not
seized
really
the opportunity.
listening to more of a talking and
Hey,
you know,
what about
annoying
me?
type.
I think that if you hadn't created...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well...
Fine.
Do as you wish.
He made.
Now
Child made.
then, is there anything else you wish
It's
to
good.
ask me?
I beat him. Barely. You know. These are good luck, man.
Right! As
You did.
Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My
Oh, that was a
contract to
Cryo-Archon?
end all contracts.
Huh? Okay.
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself.
Okay. Exactly.
Paimon can't... So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo-Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Ugh, you're so petty.
Bib. He's not scared. Like the freaking wussy of a Harponius guard. Freaking wuss. The Millilith ain't scared of me poking him in the face. So watch the Millilith. I mean, not Millilith. Sorry about that. The freaking, Felonious, whatever it's called. Yeah, the Felonious Knights. Why should they be freaking scared? Like, doing, they hate me, don't hurt me, freaking wuss. Come on, Zhongli and the Millilith. Like, they're not afraid. Come on. Why?
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Oh god. Bro.
Race you!
Bro, Leela is so good looking that my game is lagging. Like, my game is straight lagging. Don't know why, don't know how. It's not lagging like this when I'm in Mondstadt. So why should it be lagging now? Yeah, it shouldn't. No, I do not need silk memes. I need,
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all still...
Ah, forget it.
Oh, well, so...
Look, man.
There's only one real... The Fatui. Shh.
Hey, Millilith! You're actually not scared of a polar. Maybe.
Hear ye all! The Chi-Sing's word. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trial. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi-Sing's announcement said. So that's... Something feels off. Could the Chi-Sing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew... Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like... Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
I'm about to be done with this bit.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
Right. Fortnite. I thought we were gonna play Minecraft.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity,
we can play Fortnite first.
we forgot that time can be pitiless.
You know, right after this cutscene.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
I'm going to say something.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Finally, after 5 years, bro. Okay, so who just came in here and then just left immediately after that? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it, man? Yeah, we'll already have him out, right? Probably. Okay, I'll go first. Get her out.
Let's go. Time is against us.
And then him.
Just what will we come across this time?
Oh, purple tag. Everybody down here. I got a purple tag. Everybody down. Back here. Shield.
Huh. But it, well...
Bro.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape?
What?
Wait. Zhongli.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Pistol. Everybody.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
You're
Right.
6,000 years old,
The
man.
two of you can spare the time.
Like this dude.
I should
he's
treat you to a
6,000 years
meal
old.
at the Shinya kiosk.
Have you ever known anyone who was 6,000 years old, man? No?
My grandpa.
Okay, you don't have to do that to him.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
You're a god. You don't need to. But you can literally be richer than rich. Come on.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
How long have we been here,
since
man?
you're Rex Lapis,
How long have we been here?
You know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The more yes, oh. It's a all right then. Was there anything else you would... Well...
No! Evil bots get so lucky. That thinks he's good, but kind of funny.
Some unfinished business I have to attend to, which involves breaking somebody's back. Oh, child. Oh, child. You shall die today. I'm just kidding. You'll live for another about 5 days, maybe 2 hours. Alright, so I'm gonna end this stream here.